Hey ladies, just thrilled to have you here today. My name is Tess. I am the founder and CEO of Her House, and I'm really excited to share with you really briefly just the story behind Her House, why I created it, why it's important, and our next steps in our journey. For those of you who are unfamiliar with Her House, it is a community of background checked solo women travelers who host each other for free all over the world. So we're really on a mission to help making travel easier, safer, and more affordable for solo women travelers all over the world. The concept of it came to me when I personally solo backpacked through Australia in 2017. When I was in college, I went through an experience that a lot of other women do. They went through, I went through a sexual assault when I was in college, and I was in a place in life after I graduated where I just didn't want to be around men. I really needed to find myself. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. And so I ended up, a friend of mine actually told me about an opportunity to just go to Australia, go solo backpack. And I had some connections down there. And so I was like, shoot, let's do it, right? I ended up packing everything that I could onto my onto my back and went in a solo backpacked for 6 months. And I'll tell you that that season was totally life-changing for me. I grew in ways in professionally, oh, like really just personally. Um, my confidence and being able to make my own decisions. It was like such a wonderful experience for me. And like a lot of other backpackers, I was really not like entirely broke, but I was like not, I couldn't like stay at really nice hotels or anything like that while I was like long-term traveling. So what I did a lot is I would find locals to stay with. And I'm naturally really good at networking, and I would just make friends with people and find places to stay. And originally, I started doing this really just to help me save money. But what I found when I was staying with locals is they invited me to their barbecues. They introduced me to all their friends. They showed me where their favorite restaurants were or the best beaches or where those kids went to school or where they went to church. And it was a really amazing experience being immersed in the Australian culture in ways that I never would have experienced that if I just would have been staying in hotels and Airbnbs and even hostels. It was a really cool way to experience Australia. And so when I got back to the States, I was telling people what I had done, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, how did you find these people? How did you know that they were safe? Like that's crazy. Like I would love to do that, but like I don't want to be alone, and I'm afraid of the cost." And I was just like, you know what? It was easy for me to find these people and to ask for accommodation, but it's actually not easy for everyone else. And I was like, what if there was an easy way for us to connect with local women who could host us for free? And it was all based in a safe environment that was community driven. And so this idea was really planted in my heart in 2017, 2018. And so this is kind of the timeline of how it's progressed so far. So in 2018, I actually pitched my idea for Her House to an incubator in Austin, Texas. Um, it was a guy I pitched it to, and he really didn't understand what I was trying to create. And he thought he's like he would never work. You're going to be like sued, and you're going to have all these problems, and like you should just put this away. Like this isn't going to work. And I was like so pretty deflated after that. But I still like had it in my heart to create this. And so it kind of lived in my head and my heart until March of 2021. That's when I discovered the Apps Without Code program by Tara Reid. And so I went through her program and started building the MVP, which is like tech code for or technical jargon for a minimally viable product. So it's just like the bare bones first version of the app and of the business. And so I built it myself with no code software in March of 2021. In October 2021, I launched the first version to my personal community. In February of 22, it was accepted into the app stores. And then in 2023, we hit over 2,000 downloads from women across 70 countries. Year to date, we're up to around like 2,600, a little over 2,600 downloads. And then in 2025, we secured an investor to begin a professional build out of the platform. Because what I really realized between 2023 and 2024 is that the tech that I had built is not, it is the bottleneck. It's not going to get us to the vision of what I believe that this community and this is going to be of like hundreds and thousands of women all over the world with this beautiful community sharing cultures and homes together so that no matter where you go in the world, you'll be able to connect with someone, have a safe place to stay, and like find a girlfriend in the city. So that's really my vision for this. And so we're really excited to be right here in July of 2025. We're releasing the new professional app right now. So it's currently at this recording. It is currently being reviewed, and we're I don't know if you are familiar with how apps are done in Apple, but it takes a really stupidly long time for them to review it and then they kick it back and stuff. So it's in that process right now, but literally it could be any day now that they would approve it. And so why Her House? Like what makes Her House so special and so wonderful? So what's cool about it is that we have ID verified, background checked, female only community. So in order to actually get in and see our community, start connecting with people, start messaging people and posting, you need to have a paid membership and have a passing ID verification and background check. That really keeps a safe container around our community, and it's really, really valuable for women because um, safety is a top priority and a top concern. It's the number one concern for solo women travelers. So that's huge. In Her House, we give each other free accommodation. We host each other for free, and then you can also post and home sit for one another. You can do home swapping with other ladies, and so it's just all free accommodation within our community. At the time of this meeting, we have currently 25 members, or 25 members in 25 countries, and it's growing every day. We will be having her circles inside of Her House as well, which is going to be a really cool, more intimate way for you ladies to connect. And they're going to be based around age, activity level, interests. Like if you're like a new grad, maybe you're a retiree or a widow, we'll have like groups for you to connect with other women in like certain seasons of life because solo traveling really calls to women at special seasons of their life. Like it was for me, like when I was going through my situation and just getting out of college, like I would have loved to connect with other women who have been there. Well, what's cool also about Her House is that we span generations. We have women who are 18, who are about to go backpack, and then we have women 50s, 60s plus who are just, they don't want to wait on people anymore. They want to continue living their life, and it's cool that we really span generations inside of Her House as well. So that's really fun. We also have virtual and in-person events like coffee chats and mixers so that you guys can meet each other. And what is also wonderful is that you can connect and develop friendships inside of Her House so that like, oh, I have a friend in Florida. I'm going to go visit her. I have a friend in Japan. I have a friend in um Berlin. Like I'm going to go visit her. It gives you a reason to go somewhere. It gives you a reason to go have adventures. And so that's really what we're striving to do in Her House is help you create friendships and relationships and then find adventures through them. So the new Her House app is about to be approved any day now. You're gonna have new girlfriends from across the world. We have really cool, powerful technology to help you find women like you, like showing similarities, recommending others to connect with based on what's in your profiles. We're going to have amazing rock solid messaging and notification features, something that we did not have in the previous technology. Of course, joining like small groups, her circles for deeper connection, hosting events. And what's cool about it is that there's going to be no ads, no politics, distracting social media stuff. Like it's just a space for us, a space for us to like connect, develop friendships, and really have a unique place for us to have this time and space together. Right now, we do have a special founding member opportunity. So it's lifetime access to her house. It, of course, includes unlimited free accommodation in our community and homestays, home sitting, and home swapping. Background checks. Your background check is included. Like you don't have to pay extra for it. That's all included. You'll have a founding member badge inside of the app and a forever place in our story. Right now it's at $397 and then it's going to be up to $497 through the end of July. And then at the end of July, we are stopping founding memberships and we're going to be focusing on reoccurring revenue for the business in forms of yearly and monthly fees. So the yearly fee, we have it at $247 a year, or monthly is $24.99 a month. So as you can see, like if you are thinking and realizing that this could be an incredible opportunity for you to be part of this, 397 is all you would need for lifetime access. And I'm like, you can like if you had one or two nights with a host, that would pay for your lifetime membership easily. I know this is Marion here. She's from Australia. She's one of our founding members, and she actually spent 6 weeks house sitting for one of our other members in Denmark. So she had free accommodation for 6 weeks. And so she's like, my lifetime membership has paid for itself and more. So it's so cool. These are all, that's me actually. I was staying with Jody. That was a her house homestay. And these are all some real women who have used her house. These are some of the ladies in our community. Golden's in Uganda. Tomoko is in Japan. We just have ladies from all ages, races, just all different aspects of life inside of her house. So we welcome you here. We're so excited to have you. And I just can't wait to see where her house goes from here.
Couch surfing. So I could be able to afford my travels. I traveled to 84 countries in 10 years, and that on my own funds without running out of money. And therefore, I had to get creative on how I was able to travel and save money. So platforms like, or websites like couch surfing, even though I had some great experiences, the majority of them were quite sketchy with no hate against men, but a lot of them were with men and stories I didn't ever tell my mom that I had experiences of. Nothing like terrible, but I eventually stopped using that platform and continued on and literally knocking on doors at hostels in the pouring rain before other platforms came around like booking.com and hostelworld.com. But anywho, I wish that her house was around back then so that could enhance my solo journey and give me a safe peace of mind, and my mom too. I'm an only child to a single mom. So now that I'm a mom, I don't know how she let me go and do what I did, but I am who I am and have the life and the business and everything I have because of my solo journey. So all of you are here today because you believe in the power and the benefits of traveling solo and travel in general. So I'm just really excited to be here and be a part of the journey with Her House and to support Tess and to be here and connect and support all of you as well. And to also bring Her House and the TCN together in various ways because you guys are both incredible communities of wonderful women that I know would make wonderful friends and connections and meetups around the world and all of that fun stuff. So thank you all so much for accepting me and having me here. I'm excited for the rest of the day.
Yay, thank you, Sahar. You're so awesome. I'll pass it over to Kelly. Kelly has recently joined us as a fractional CMO. So she's helping us a lot with visibility, marketing strategy, press. So I'd love to hear just really briefly, Kelly, about how you're excited about her house. And I know you have like a story that also like touched you, like why her house is important.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you so much for having me here, Kelly Chartre, founder and CEO of Visionary Balance. So excited to be here in the marketing capacity to help this mission because my background has been 25 years in leading marketing, but the last 6 years has been invested specifically in travel. And so I am absolutely inspired by anything travel, and that's been a lifelong passion of mine. So, to Tessa's point, and very similar to Sahara, I had spent some time solo traveling and I didn't get an opportunity to do that until I was in my early 40s. And I had taken that opportunity to try to take my independence and my empowerment and do some of those opportunities. And I found myself in hostels with people that were not like me, people that were at very different stages of life. And to Sahara's point, some very sketchy situations. And so when I see the safety, the security, the community, the love, the passion, and the friendships that are developed in this community, it just absolutely bubbles me over with excitement. So I am more than thrilled to be here and looking forward to getting a chance to meet all of you as we embark on this journey. So, Tess, kudos. So excited to be a part of this with you and looking forward to seeing what comes next.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Kelly. Super excited that you're here. Now I'm gonna pass it over to a few of our current founding members who have been a part of this, some from like the beginning, like when I like did this back in like 2021, and who have had some success stories already. So I'm gonna open it up and see if Therese, are you on? Could you just share your recent hosting experience?
I am on. Thank you, Tess. Yeah. And then I have two questions at the end here. So I hosted Jennifer. She is from Canada, and it was kind of a last minute thing where she had a family get together that got canceled in Dallas, Texas, but she had a non-refundable ticket. So she decided to come to Texas anyway. So she flew to Dallas and then drove down to the Houston area. I'm actually in Sugar Land, right outside of Houston. And she was going to stay for 3 or 4 days, but it turned out she had a lot of friends here. So she was only at my house maybe one night. So it was a combination of staying with me and visiting her friends. So we took some time and drove down to Galveston Island and shopped and hung out on the beach a little bit and just made a day of it. And honestly, that was really the day that she spent with me, and I think she only spent one night, maybe another night, and she was off visiting her friends, so it was a win-win. We had a great time. It was fun.
That's awesome, Therese. I know that she just was just raving about you. She was
Oh, how
so,
sweet.
like, grateful that you could host her and that you could just welcome her in with open arms and, like, show her around the area, and she was just super excited to I don't know if Jennifer's on. Are you on by
Well, I
chance?
messaged her and asked her if she was gonna be on the call,
Yeah.
and she didn't answer, so she must not be available.
No, that's totally fine. No,
Yeah.
yeah, she was just raving about you. So, I was curious, like, if you could just give a word to like ladies who have like thought about hosting, what would you say, like, to encourage or maybe what your experience was like hosting as well?
Well, for me, hosting and traveling in general is all about cultural exchange. And that to me is what makes this group awesome because we've got women all over the world. And I would just say, if you're on this call, you're obviously interested. So open your hearts, open your door, and welcome women from wherever, whenever you're available to do that. Because then in exchange, I'm going to actually be in Toronto with my sister in October. So we will meet up with Jennifer again. Since I'm traveling with my sister and we are staying together, we didn't need a hostess, but we are always open to meeting with other people just for meals or to experience other opportunities. So I'll see Jennifer again in October, and I'm really looking forward to it.
That is so fun. That's awesome that you're meeting up with her again. I love that. Love
Yeah,
that.
this trip was already planned before I even heard from Jennifer, but then when she heard that I was coming to the Ontario, area, then it just, made sense that I'll see her again.
So fun. And then local, she can show you around probably,
Yeah,
show you where all the good spots are. So much fun,
exactly.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing, Therese. That's awesome. I love hearing that.
Yeah.
Love that.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Kiki, you made it.
Kiki's
She was
here.
she was posting on the app that she couldn't get in, so I just wanted to say hi to Kiki. And
Yeah, hi. Yeah,
hi.
I couldn't get on my tablet. I couldn't get on my phone, and I thought, oh, I'll try my laptop as a final resort. So I'm really happy to join everybody, although a bit late.
Well, I'm glad you're here, Legend. It's probably late there too. So I'm really glad that you were able to make it on. Good. Awesome. Well, I will pass it over to Adia, who recently had a her house stay. Do you want to unmute yourself,
Hi,
Adia?
everyone. Thank you so much. Tess, I really just want to first quickly just express how excited I am that you are gaining the support to relaunch the app. And I remember jumping in at the first opportunity, that first email that you sent, since we had been connected, I think since 2018, and remembering learning about your mission for Her House and wanting to support you as a founding member right away. And then I didn't really use it much. I was just kind of in a season of life where I wasn't doing much traveling. And then this year, I kind of got back into more traveling, and I was taking a solo road trip up through Colorado and doing a lot of camping and outdoor time. And I realized, it could be nice to have a few days where I can sleep in a bed, connect with someone else out there in the mountains. I generally love other people who love the mountains. So I messaged Anne through the app. She lives in Denver. And she was so kind. And we had a FaceTime before I got out there. And she was just such a bright human. And it was so lovely getting to connect with her. And we found out we have some similar lines of work. And she invited me into her beautiful home. And she actually ended up needing to dog sit for a friend of hers in town the days that I was there. But she let me stay at her place. And then we were able to meet up. She, popped back over and we had a really nice visit on her patio. And she told me about the Camino in, where is it, Costa Rica, that she's getting ready to go walk across Costa Rica. So we had some fun conversation and she was just really warm and inviting. And it was so nice to connect with someone else out there in Denver. I love Colorado. And just, like you said, have a place where I felt safe and comfortable and have another friend in Denver. And I'm excited to have access to more opportunities to do stuff like that in the coming years. And as seasons of life unfold that allow for more time and opportunities for solo travel. So my experience was just really, really wonderful, and I'm so excited to, start getting into the new app and see what you've done with it. And I know you've been working hard, getting feedback, and really trying to make it something that is a wonderful experience for all of the women here. So just thank you, and it's wonderful being a part of this community.
Oh, thank you, Adia. I love that. And I think that's the whole intention of it, right? Is to meet these locals and develop real friendships. And really, I think that that's really the intention with the app and the technology that we're about to have is to have a place where you can actually foster real friendships. So that when you're like, oh, like I have this friend in Japan, I have this friend in, Florida, like I'm gonna go visit her, and then it gives you a reason like, oh, I know someone in Seattle, like I can go to Seattle and like see her for the weekend, and it gives you so many more opportunities to travel and just wonderful connections and friendships for life. So thank you so much for sharing. And last, I would love Kimberly to just unmute yourself and share about your time in Hawaii.
Yes. First of all, I want to say thank you for having me. I'm from Kerrville, Texas. Y'all might know that town now. We had the July 4th flooding, and I want to say something about that because it has a lot to do with what Her House is doing. I put my information out there and said, hey, I'm a single lady, so women only can stay with me. I have an extra room if you want to come and volunteer, because people were coming from all over. And so a young lady came, and oh my gosh, we just connected and had the best time together while we were volunteering and working on the river, cleaning up and doing search. And we're probably going to be lifelong friends now. And that's what Her House is all about. And so I'm so excited. I just want people to come, not to see the flood disaster, because there's so much more beauty here than just the river, even though I am a river rat and love our river. And I'm so sad about it, and sad about the losses, of course. But we have so much beauty in our area. But I hope Loke will be coming to see me soon. I went to Honolulu and I had a friend with me. So we did not ask to stay with her, but I asked to meet with her while we were there. And she was so gracious to let us come to the Elks Lodge, where she has membership right on the ocean, y'all. It was so awesome. And we had lunch together, me and my friend and her. And then she took us snorkeling in the best places that there is on Honolulu's island, in Waikiki, right down the road from Waikiki area. And it was kind of murky for a while, but at the very end, we saw a large turtle, which is exactly what she was trying to get us on. So she was so sweet. She showed us pictures of her views from her home, and amazing views. And I can't wait to go back. Whenever I go back alone, I'm going to go back and stay with her. Her son has moved into that room right now, so we're waiting on that. But in the meantime, she said she was going to come see me.
That is so much fun. Oh, Therese, go ahead.
So, Kimberly, thank you so much for bringing up the topic of the river flooding, because that was what I was going to ask at the end of me talking, but we moved on. But I love the fact that you volunteered there as a native and another Texan. I thought about coming up there to volunteer, but they were telling us they had too many people and they weren't ready for us. Are you saying now that they are looking for more volunteers, or?
You know, Therese, they've been saying that a lot on Facebook. And at the same time, while I'm out there working, and the people that have come in from all over, we look around and say, how are we ever going to get this done? How are we ever going to clean up? Or how are we going to ever look through there's these wads of bush entangled with everything. And it's so tight that we tried to, on our own, start pulling out all of the brush to try to find bodies after so many days. And we can't do it without a chainsaw and large machinery. And we just kept saying, oh my gosh, how are we ever going to look through every bush? Because it wasn't only along the river. Then you look, it's like a fourth of a mile up on the land, and there's bushes, piles of bushes everywhere. And so it's not that there's too many, it's just finding the place to work. I had a guy camp out in his SUV in front of my house. I had people upstairs on mats. I had people downstairs on a mat. And, I wanted to open my home to anybody who could fit in and didn't mind my 5 o'clock coffee runs in the kitchen. I have an open loft. So that's what you'll have to know if you come visit me. You're going to have to hear a 5 o'clock coffee machine. That's my warning that I give. But no, I am overwhelmed with two things. I'm first of all overwhelmed with the devastation and the loss that we've had. It's unrecognizable, and just the hurt that's going on in our community. But I'm also overwhelmed with the love that people just coming in from everywhere, Czechoslovakia, all over Texas, and all over other states, everywhere, all other countries even. Amazing, the love that's pouring in. And I cry whenever I think about that love.
Yeah.
And it's bringing healing to our hearts. It really is.
Well,
Truly.
I'm glad that you number one, did you have any damage? You
Not myself,
survived,
no.
and you're
I'm
helping
3
the
minutes from the
community.
river. I'm a safe place away. Yeah.
Right.
But I
Thank you
have
so
friends.
much.
Go ahead.
I was just saying, I'm glad you're okay, and thank you for all the volunteer stuff you're doing. And if I decide to come up there, I'll let you know.
Absolutely. Yeah. Any of you ladies want to come? I've got a room, and I'll put out mats. And so welcome to all of the ladies. I told the man, you have to stay outside and camp in your car.
I love it. Well, I'm so glad that you're okay. And I know that we've been in touch, you and me, and I've been, you've been on my heart, because I know Kimberly's in Kerrville, and I was just like, oh my gosh. And for those of you who, actually haven't announced this to the community, but we're actually doing our very first Her House retreat this fall, and Kimberly and I are hosting that in the beautiful hill country here down here in Texas. So you will definitely see more of Kimberly in the community. So we're so grateful to have you here, and we're looking at potentially maybe doing some kind of like volunteer weekend or something with Her House. I know you, Kimberly, you and I were talking about that maybe like in the next month or so, as like things kind of die down, like people kind of forget. So like if you're continuing to need help, like we can set something up and to do a volunteer weekend, and we can put that in the app and make it like super easy to have you guys like see it and respond
We
to it,
have,
be able to
yeah,
join.
we
Yeah.
have B&Bs that are offering for free places to stay also. And so, if I run a room and more women want to come, there are probably some places that will offer for free while we're volunteering together. And it's true, there's going to be months and years of restoration. So definitely. That's
Definitely.
awesome.
Well, we'll
Thank
definitely keep in
you.
touch with that. So thank
Thank
you so much for sharing. I love that.
you.
Cool. So moving on, right now, we were planning on doing breakout rooms, but I cannot figure out how to get breakout rooms enabled. I thought my breakout rooms were enabled on my Zoom account. Um, but I don't see any like I don't see any availability to create breakout rooms. For any of you who are like very familiar with creating breakout rooms, do you happen to know if anybody is really savvy with Zoom?
Are you the host?
Yes, I am the host.
Oh, did you, and you went under more and you looked and they're not there?
Yeah, it just says captions, docs, notes,
Shucks.
whiteboards,
Yeah.
apps, and
Can
it's
you,
possible.
well,
Yeah.
if you make Kelly or Sahara a co-host, they might have the ability then to do breakout rooms if you make
Okay,
them a
hold on
co-host.
one sec.
And you hover over their name in the participant list, and then you can easily just click them as co-host.
Let me see here. Sahara, I'm gonna try making you a host and see if you have availability to create breakout rooms. Do you have availability for that?
Um, host tools.
It's under the More button.
Yeah, I just looked. It's still not there. It's just docs, whiteboard, meeting info, and reset to default.
Mhm.
Um,
It might be because of my personal
Strange.
settings on
It's
my
usually.
account.
Yeah, no, I don't have that.
Somebody just posted an idea in chat.
Oh, okay, let's see here. Thank you. Oh, Jody, enable breakout rooms. Go to Zoom, meeting advanced, breakout room, toggle is on. Okay, I can do this. I was like, I can do this. Let's see. Settings. Because I really wanted to do breakout rooms for you guys. Settings.
It's so weird. Like, it allows me to stop recording, but it doesn't allow me to do breakout rooms.
Did it stop recording? Oh wait, mine's
No,
still
no, I just
okay, we're
see that
good.
it has like I have that capability
To record it.
to pause and start recording, but they don't give me the capability of breakouts.
Dang.
As much as I use Zoom, I don't know much about it.
I know. You feel like it would be simple.
It's usually always there when I host for mine.
And it might be because of my account. And I pay for the account, so I don't know. I thought that it would be available. So anyway, I don't want to take up a whole bunch of extra time because I'd like to leave a little space for some questions. So what I'll do instead, what I will do is go ahead and share a screen share to give you guys like a sneak peek of the app. And I just want to give you guys kind of an update about like what's going on with the app right now. So right now, the app is in the review stages with Apple. We were hoping it would be available for this event, but Apple has their own timelines and they just do whatever they want to do. So it could happen any day now. And what we would like to do is what we'll do is invite all of the founding members in first. So whoever has a founding membership, you will get the invitation first to get into the new app. Go ahead and create your profile and start, posting pictures, creating, posting any questions inside of the discussion, connecting with other founders. And then, so we'll give you guys first dibs so that you guys can get into it first. And I would love for you to give me any feedback that you're finding. We're like building this together, right? And then that's really the intention of it from the beginning is like, we're building this together. Like you give me feedback, like we're responsive, like I'm responsive to that. And now I have like a tech team to help me actually do stuff. So that's hopefully going to be a little bit easier to do stuff. Yeah, I can't remember how to pronounce your name, sweetheart. How do you pronounce it?
That's totally fine. It's Yael. You were close.
Yael. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Do you have a question?
Well, I'm a founding member and I went on the app and there's nothing accessible. Is that normal? Like, has everything
Yes.
been kind of wiped out? Okay, got it. Just
Yeah,
wanted to-
yeah, it's like, so I didn't want people like continuing to create content or like continuing to create profiles inside of the current app because that's going to be it's being phased out and we're going on a completely new platform. So that platform is going to be like gone here soon. So yeah, you guys like don't even have to really touch like the current app right now until we will send you invitations to get into the new app. Yeah. Awesome, awesome. So I will give you, let me just go ahead and share my screen so you can actually access Her House, the new app. Of course, like you can download it from the Google and Apple Play stores, but you can also access it on a browser, which is also kind of cool. So let me share my screen and kind of give you a sneak peek of what it looks like. And again, there's no content in here. There's no people, so you're not going to see any faces or any content or anything. So you can get kind of like an idea of what it's going to look like. Oh, Sahara, let me. I have to request to share my screen now because I made you a host.
You should be able to now.
Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay. So this is what the bare bones of it is going to look like. Again, there's no people in here. So just hang tight until we actually get people in here and creating profiles. So on the Meet Travelers page or Meet Members, you can see top members, members near you, any new members, and we'll also have some other sections of like different locations that you guys would like London or San Francisco, or some really popular locations, or maybe locations where we have a lot of members. We'll put some different ones in here too. We'll have a great start here page where we'll give you a really good overview of what you'll find in Her House, a welcome, you know, how to use it. And then you'll also have uh, a new, like what you call it? Like next steps, like fill out your profile, RSVP to another event. So you'll have kind of like next steps of what to do. So you'll know where to go from there. And then we have this accommodation opportunities section where you ladies can post that like Kimberly is like, I am a host in Kerrville. I would love to host you, blah, blah, blah. Or if you're going to anyone specific, then you can post in there like I'm looking for a place, or I'm going to XYZ and would love to connect with locals. And if you can host me, that would be great. You can post in there. And then we have home sitting section and a home swapping section. So if you're like, I would have posted in here that like we could use like a house sitter for 2 weeks. And especially like because I have a really old beagle, if you like sweet little elderly dogs, like if you want to hang out with her and have a free place to stay near San Antonio, yeah, you could do home sitting and home swapping. I think is going to be super cool because and this idea, and there are some places that do home swapping, but I remember like being in Australia and I stayed with a family and the mom was like, "Man, I really like the kids would love to have a white Christmas." Because they don't have, they have like it's like summer there during Christmas, right? So she's like, I would love to have a white Christmas and possibly switch homes with someone in the States so that we can have a white Christmas. And so I was like, oh, like that would be super cool. And then it gives you a free place to stay in another country, and it gives the other person a free place to stay in another country or another city. And I think the homesteading and the home swapping options are going to be really great for more longer term potential accommodation where the home stays. We like to keep it till like maybe like 3 nights max so that it's not too much on the hosts and stuff. Like it's really just more like weekends and stuff where it kind of gives you a place to land and then maybe go on your trip type of stuff like that. And if you want to host someone longer, like that's totally up to you. I know Ellen in Auckland, she's amazing. She usually hosts people for like a month at a time. So she's super cool. And yeah, but that's totally up to you if you want to host people for longer. And then for connection, you can find members here, how to connect. It'll all be spelled out of like how to do that, how to find people on the community map. Um, the community map is going to be okay functioning. I think the best way to find members is to search for specific locations and areas with the find members. And then there's also going to be hashtags available where you can like hashtag certain locations, and then everyone who has that in their profile will pull up. And then we have event calendar and replays. So we'll have any events coming up here. We're looking at doing a lot of fun stuff. Of course, just like community coffees and networking events. And we're looking at, I would love to do, I know we have a lot of like entrepreneurial, business-minded women in our community, looking at doing like networking mixers and stuff for more business-minded women in HerHouse, because I know we have a lot of like entrepreneurs in the group. So especially with all the ladies from the TCN, I know you all are entrepreneurs too. And like, that's my vibe. Like, I love it, right? So doing a lot of like different kinds of stuff like that, both virtual and in person, is going to be super fun. And I think that here you'll be able to also host events too. Like if you want to host, like I know Katie, she's one of our amazing members in the Austin area. She likes hosting walking events. So she wants to like set up walking events for like you come to Austin, or people who are in Austin, like they get together and like they walk. And I'm like, that sounds awesome. So she's really excited to start hosting events for her house in the Austin area. And yeah, so that's pretty much it right now. How it's going to work with the Her circles and with like the smaller groups. Oh, these are city guides, which will be like, we're still kind of like looking at doing these. I'm not going to get into them right now, so we won't worry about those right now. But with the small groups, how those will work is that we're going to get everyone into the community first, and then we'll start putting out some polls of what kind of community, like smaller communities, you ladies would really like, rather than just like create them and like no one like is like super interested in them yet. We'll probably start them off like age-based, like ladies who are, 18 to 35 or 39, and then like 50s plus, because we have like a wide range of women in the community. And so that's pretty much how we'll do it. So I wanted to leave a few minutes for some questions. I know that we went through a lot and we talked about a lot today. So I'd love to leave it open to some questions. You can always raise your hand. If you just like click the react icon, you can raise your hand with the react icon. Kimberly, did you have a question? Yeah, go ahead.
I like to paddleboard. I like to do mountain biking. And so can I, as a 60s, join in with the younger group also?
It's so true. Like it's like just because like you're in different age brackets doesn't mean that like you're not like active or something, right? And so we might also create, just depending on what you ladies are wanting, we could also create small groups like around activity levels, you know, like outdoorsy kind of stuff, like what you're talking about, Kimberly. I know we have a lot of ladies who enjoy like going antique shopping and they're really into history or architecture. Like there's all kinds of different like values and interests when it comes to traveling. So yeah, as we get in there, we'll start putting out polls, seeing what you ladies are wanting. And as it grows, we will create more her circles for you guys to get more like connected. Small
I think
places.
that sounds really good. I was just going to chime in really quick and say that I like the idea of like special interest groups. You know, it's like, because my thought went to the same place. I was like, oh, an outdoorsy, you know, a group of people that like outdoors activities would be great.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah, I second that. A little early, but yeah, great idea.
Love that. Love that, Geneva. Thank you. And Kelly, do you have a question?
Yeah, I'm kind of actually with both of those ladies because I actually wrote down things like who are my winos, who are my scuba diving girls, who likes to go golfing. And by the way, Kimberly, I've got a paddleboard right outside the door here for you, so you are welcome to Wisconsin anytime. We'll go kayaking, we'll go paddleboarding. I'll take you tubing if you want to go tubing, whatever you want to do. So yeah, I totally agree, and I love all of that.
Awesome. Awesome. I love that. Yeah, it's going to be so much fun. I feel like there's so much opportunity here, meeting each other, having just these awesome connections and opportunities. Yeah, any other questions at this point? We'll wrap it up here in a few minutes.
I just want to say I've been texting Ellen while we've been talking because I had the great privilege of staying there in December for a couple weeks. My travel plans in New Zealand had completely shifted, and she's like, you can stay for 6 weeks. And I'm like, what is this? And I stayed for 2
She's
weeks.
amazing. Yeah.
I know. And I worked during like for 3 or 4 days, and then I went and traveled, and her and her husband, and we went out. And it was just, if you ever can go stay with Ellen in Auckland, you guys, you should go. They're amazing. So, and I just been texting her, are your ears burning? We've been talking about you.
She's amazing, and she's a dream host. So a couple things that we've also we're going to do like badges and awards inside of her house too. So if you are like actively hosting people and people are having a great experience coming and visiting you, you'll get a badge as a dream host. And if you are, getting hosted and they're like, oh my gosh, like I loved hosting her. Like we had so much fun. She's so respectful and clean, and we just had a wonderful time. You can get a dream guest badge. So, and so also that's also fun when you're like trying to find places to stay or just wanting to connect with people, or maybe you get a request. They're like, oh, she's a dream guest. You know that she like values kindness and generosity, and that's what we value here inside of her house. In order to be a dream guest. So that's kind of fun too. She's a dream host, as what I'm saying. She's a dream host. Gina.
Yeah. Yeah, Al, if you're back in New Zealand, I'm on the Coromandel Peninsula, so sing out if you get back this way.
Oh man, that's a beautiful place to be.
Yeah,
I will
yeah.
keep in touch with you, Gina. I love it.
Okay.
So thank you.
I just wondering from a different perspective of rather than just being a host, which I'd love to be part of as well, but about sharing the message of her house. So like I run women's retreats and tours and have an online community of women. Is there a way, like, I don't want to say use affiliate word, but is there a way of sharing what you guys are doing? Is there a system for that?
Yeah, so we're going to be rolling out like a proper like I can't remember what it is. I think it's called like more of an ambassador culture. And
Yeah.
there's a way inside of the app. I need to connect with the developer team on exactly how to do that, where you can actually nominate people to like be members, or like I would think that you would love this community. Like we want you here in this
Yeah.
community. There's a way to do that. So we will roll that out, and that will all be clear as we roll that out. But until then, Gina, like I would probably just start sharing the website. Just be like, this is it's just herhouse.co, herhouse.co is the website, and herhouse.co is all of the handles too. So I wanted to make it really easy for you guys, like on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Like you're more than welcome to, tag people in it or just share the website and stuff to be like, check out what they're doing. And yeah, just whatever like your verbiage would be. But yeah.
I love that ambassador idea. I think that's a really nice term to use.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, perfect.
Awesome. Thanks.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, perfect. So, what I'm going to do here, so like I said, we do have the founding memberships available right now. They are at $3.97. It's a one-time fee. I'm going to put the Stripe link in there so you guys don't have to like comb through the page.
Yeah,
to try to
that's
find it.
perfect because I just dropped it there. You can also find it on that landing page for founding membership, but because Dolores, you were asking, but that direct link is perfect. And then how many spots did you say, Tess, that you have for founding memberships left?
Yeah, we have 81 founding membership spots left. So they are going. So go ahead and grab those because once they're gone, we're going to go ahead and stop them, because it's very exclusive, and as we look at, going this getting larger, we could see this being like hundreds and thousands of women. So like you ladies being here right at the beginning, it's a really special season. It's a really special time, and you get to be part of this journey with us. So we just wanted to say thank you. But yeah, there's this Stripe link in the comments right there. It goes right to the $3.97 price. And that is just for throughout today. And because it's going to be at $4.97 for the rest of the month through the end of July. And then after July, we're not going to offer lifetime memberships anymore. We're going to be focusing on reoccurring revenue of monthly and yearly memberships. And the monthly is going to be at $24.95 or $24.99, and then the yearly is $249 a year. So it's going to be, and if you think about it, it's like $3.97 for a lifetime. It's like if you would stay with like someone for like 1 or 2 nights, that like pays for the
Or even a hotel room or
yeah,
like
right.
a
Like
couple
founding
days in a
membership, like
hotel.
it's like yeah, absolutely. Oh, Dolores, you got a founding members. Yeah, so much fun. Yay, celebrate. So we're like so excited to have you ladies here. And so go ahead and get that now. They do have pay later or payment plans in Stripe with like Affirm and Klarna and stuff like that. If you guys need to break up those payments, you can totally do that on Stripe in the checkout page. So you can do that. And what it'll do, so go ahead and get your membership now. It'll take you to a thank you page where you can go ahead and submit your background check. So submit your background check. And so that's all set to go. It takes like 5-6 minutes. It's actually a pretty quick process to submit your background check. You don't have to pay for it. Like HerHouse takes care of it all. And then you will get a invitation into the community when it's like live in the app stores and it's ready to go. I'm guessing it's going to be like next week sometime because we're coming to the end of this week, so it'll hopefully be early next week sometime that we'll be able to send those invitations out to get you ladies in. Yay. So last thing I'm going to do is do my wheel of names for our swag bag because I got some HerHouse swag. Oh my gosh, I got like hats and t-shirts and it's going to be so much fun. So let me share my screen again really quick and we'll see who wins. All right. Like to spin. Oh, wait, here. Okay, Rosa. Wait, is Rosa on?
I don't see her here.
Rosa's not on. Okay, we're gonna have to spin again. Linda. Is this Linda here?
I don't think she is either.
No?
Why don't we
Okay.
do five spins to see if anyone's here? If not, just blind choose a point on your screen.
Claudia. You here? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do it. That was 3. I'll do 2 more spins. Terry?
I don't know if Terry's there. I saw her. Terry, are you here? I saw note taker.
Yeah,
Terry's
her
note.
note taker was there, but I don't know if she was there, but her note taker was there.
That's so odd. How is that even possible?
I don't know. There was a couple with note takers. I don't know how. I was gonna look at how that happens.
I know all this new AI technology. I'm like, I don't know what's happening right now.
Yeah, there was about three AI note takers. Yeah.
I'm one of them, Gina. Let me know. I can hook you up.
Oh, good.
Elkie Pipers?
I think we've met our threshold.
I know. Okay, so what I'll do is we tried, right? We'll go ahead. Okay, so what I'll do is I will close my eyes and I will pick someone. So we'll go like there. Heather. Heather, I will send you some swag, hon.
Awesome.
Yay! So I'll get with you, get your t-shirt size and all of that's going to be super fun, okay?
I'm so excited.
Yay! Awesome. Well, you ladies, thank you so much for being here and like just sharing your love of Her House and for solo travel. And I'm just beyond grateful for each and every one of you. Welcome to all founding members who are part of it. And keep an eye out on your email for the invite to the app when it goes live next week. Bye, ladies.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.